talk about self-releasing techniques and kind of what balls to use and how to use them and why we want to do that in the first place. So self-releasing techniques, think of we're trying to get in and in a way break down the muscle or release knots that are in the muscle. So why is this key? Because our posture right now, everybody's forward like this working on computers. So we always develop knots in the neck and in the mid-back. So if you've been to a massage therapist, often they'll say, wow, you have all these knots in your neck and you're so tight, or muscle spasm, etc. If you go to the chiropractor, same kind of thing. So going to a massage therapist, going to the chiropractor, it's a great idea, but how can you do some of this at home? Because you might not be able to go to a massage therapist or a chiropractor once a week or 3 times a week. So these are my 2 favorite things to use. So we have a softball and we have a lacrosse ball. So lacrosse ball is probably one of the best things because it's a little bit sticky. So when you put it on different areas of the body, the shoulder, the mid-back, then it kind of sticks to the area. It doesn't slide as much. I like the softball just for bigger muscle groups or muscle groups that you can't really get into with a lacrosse ball. So over the next couple days, I'm going to show you guys how to do self-releasing techniques, and we'll start off with the lacrosse ball. And again, why? Because we're trying to break down some of the tightness in the muscle. Is that everything? No, like you have to make sure to do a postural corrective exercises as well when we're talking about muscles of the mid-back or really any muscles. This device used to break down muscles. If you have one of those automatic thumper massagers too at home, that feels good, yes, but that's not everything. You have to do postural corrective exercises to prevent the knots from coming back or to minimize the knots. So it's not just about self-releasing, it's about kind of breaking it down and building it back up. Breaking it down, building it back up. So let's start off with the kind of the mid-back or between the shoulder blades, because this is probably the most common area for stress to gather. So the most common area for knots. And let's demonstrate how we're going to use this. So if you want to use a lacrosse ball, you can use this up against the wall. And I'm just going to put it up against the wall and in the shoulder blade area. So you have your shoulder blade, you have your spine. This is going to be in the middle where the muscles are, right? So how do you know you're in the right place? Because you're going to feel a knot. Say if somebody's working on you, a massage therapist is working on you, a chiropractor, you're going to feel the same thing. And basically you want to roll around for maybe 20, 30 seconds, right? And then you can drop a little bit more and get on another area. Go on your tippy toes, go on another area. So really on the medial part of the shoulder blade, you want to go up and down that to the whole length of it, because there's going to be knots to varying degrees in different parts of that muscle. Rhomboid muscle, upper trap, middle trap area. Okay, so that is the first. So another way to do this is by laying on a table. And this one can be even better, because to put this in an area where there's a knot or a big muscle knot, it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable to do. But when you're laying down, you can also move the muscle group through a range of motion, and that works even better, I think. So if we put it down on a table like this, so this will be for the right shoulder blade. I'm going to lay down. And again, I'm going to put it in that muscle between the shoulder blade and the spine. So I'm going to be on a knot here, and then I'm going to go back and forth 3 times on that knot. And then I'm going to move down a little bit more, go back 3 times on that knot. And I'm going to go all the way up to basically the top of the shoulder blade until I can't roll the ball up any further. Okay, perfect. So that is today's exercise, you could say, or self-releasing technique. Lacrosse ball, this is for the mid-back. So rhomboid, upper trap, mid-trap. Again, we're in a position today, especially everybody's working on computers, so we're hunched over this way. So guaranteed you're going to have knots in there. The worse the knots get, the more the back pain or the neck pain is going to be there, the headaches are going to be there. So this is a self-releasing technique that you can do at home. So how often to do this? I suggest doing it just once every couple of days, right? Your body needs a break. So we're breaking the muscle down, and then it has to build back up. So we can't just keep breaking it down. multiple times a day or day after day after day. You have to break it down and then try to build it up. So what is the building up sequence? So that is postural exercises, right? Squeezing the shoulder blades together, stretching out the pec muscles, things like that to improve your posture. You've broken down the muscle, now you have to build it back up. So again, I'm Dr. Tyler Hamel, your Kingwood chiropractor, showing you guys things that you can do at home on your own. So if you learned something from this video, please share it. There's lots of people out there, you probably know them, that are complaining about back pain and neck pain, and they just don't know what to do. How great is it if you could share this with them? This stuff you can do all at home. A lacrosse ball, you can get it at a sporting goods store. You can get it off of Amazon. They're like $4, that's it. So a very inexpensive way to help release muscles. So again, if you learned something from this video, share it. If you have any questions, you can ask it in the chat box below. Each session when you're releasing muscles, I'd say maybe 30 seconds or a minute on each area. So you don't want to do it for half an hour or 45 minutes, anything like that, but maybe 30 seconds to a minute, move on to another muscle group and kind of do it that way. So again, Dr. Tyler Hamel, thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time.